I'm an award-winning journalist with a degree in political science. Process enterprises work in 3 stages. First, process. Second, value capture. Third, repeat. What's that? Well, let's get into it. First, process. A process enterprise is one which takes some input, be it raw materials, data, or content, and through some proprietary means transforms it into an output, which has more value than the input itself, value capture. Then at this stage, the enterprise captures the value created. This could be in the form of profit, but also in the form of power or prestige. And then finally, the process is repeated, either by the same enterprise or by other enterprises trying to replicate the process they have learned about. Let's look at a few examples. Oil companies take crude oil, which is basically just rocks and dirt, and refine it into fuel, which can power machines and transport people. In the process, they capture some of the value they create in the form of profit, while some of it accrues to the government in taxes. Now, depending on how much of a monopoly the industry has, how strong the lobbying is, how much of an influence they have over the government, the amount of profit they can extract varies widely. Refining oil is a high-profit process enterprise. It is not unusual for these companies to have a return on capital employed of more than 10%. Now compare this to a steel company. Steel companies take iron ore, which is worth about $6 a ton, and turn it into steel, which is worth around $400 a ton. That's a huge increase in value, but in this case, the profits are much smaller because there is no barrier to entry. So there is constant competition in the industry, which keeps prices low. The result is an industry which barely makes any profit at all. Let's move on to the digital world. Google, for example, takes your searches and then based on the patterns in the search queries, tries to guess what website you want to visit. They then rank those websites which are relevant to your search query higher in the results, which gives them more clicks. These clicks then allow them to sell ads, which brings in revenue. So far, so good. But now imagine you own a website which provides local plumbers with reviews and ratings. Well, you would like your website to show up when people search for plumbers, right? So you go to Google Ads and bid on the keyword plumbers. For every search query, Google will display your ad at the top of the page, and you only need to pay if someone clicks on your ad. You are basically buying your way onto the first search results page. This means that you do need to optimize your website or even be the best match for the user. You are literally paying to be at the top. Now, is this fair? Well, it depends on whether you think it is fair for Google to collect free data from people searching for things, and then sell that data to companies like yours to help their business grow. If you don't like it, you're not alone. Regulators around the world are investigating exactly this practice. Okay, let's look at another example. Facebook takes your data and shows you ads based on your interests. Twitter does the same. Instagram does the same. TikTok does the same. Snapchat does the same. All these companies make money from showing you ads. They are all process enterprises, but they face increasing regulatory scrutiny because they all collect personal data to show you ads. The value they create is becoming less and less valuable, and the question is, how will they keep growing? Well, we'll leave that one for another video. So the key insight from all of this is that process enterprises create a lot of value. Usually, however, they capture less of that value than they could because they face competition. The more competitive the industry, the lower the profits tend to be. However, they can use their power and influence to limit competition, allowing them to capture more of the value they create. Oil companies are probably the most obvious example of this, but many tech companies do this too. Alright, catch you later.